Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to more Starfield. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Happy Saturday to everyone. And welcome. Yes, my name is Gruzbee. The Catgirl mascot is Fumi-chan. And we are the internet's #1 premier cringe streamers. Means if you watch us, you must like cringe things, so enjoy. Nevertheless, now we got that out of the way, we are going to continue, and we are going to start, hopefully, a new faction. Let me see. So we are playing on... Yes. Let's see. Right. We left off in the Vanguard Exam Center, so... this is where we're gonna pick back up. All right. So the idea is we're gonna see what new factions are out there, which ones I want to join. There's a few more that are kind of obvious, and I think that there's at least one that you have to be approached in order to continue. And I'm not sure which one I want to start. So we've got the, I think it's let me look at my menu here. Yeah, we've got the Ryujin Industries. While roaming the city, I heard a job advertisement for Ryujin Industries. I should find a Ryujin kiosk nearby if I'd like to apply for the job. And that's all I have to do to start that one. And I think that United Colonies. Right, this is a faction one, and I think that this is House of Arun. Fairly certain this is the expansion, so we're gonna hold off on that one. I think it's recommended that you start the expansion content at a little bit of a higher level. So I want to get either near the end or I want to finish the game. I'm not exactly sure where I want to jump into that. Most people are probably going to have finished the game before they do the new expansion. So I don't think that it matters if we do it after the game is over. Having said that, let's go ahead and let me take a look here. I need to get my chats put in my OBS here. Let me do that real fast. Well, streamer problems, right? That's what I get for waiting to the last minute. Okay. There, that is there. Now, people chat. I can easily see that without having to turn my head all the way to the right. All right, that's going good. That's going good. Everything looks good. All systems are go. We have coffee. We are ready to start stream #1. So like I was saying, we got a few factions we can join. I can't remember what all the factions are. No, let me look that up real quick. All factions, Starfield. I'm fairly certain I did all the factions when I did my first playthrough. All Starfield factions you can join. So we've got, there are minor factions you can't join. You can join Constellation. Right, we are a member of Constellation. I mean, that's kind of the point. I think that's like the main storyline. The UC Vanguard, the Crimson Fleet, and Ryujin Industries. Righto. Okay. Oh, and the Freestar Rangers. And we just finished the Freestar Rangers. So let me see here. Let's see. Right. Okay. Right. That's what I thought. There's two ways to join the Crimson Fleet. The first way is basically you're joining the I think the UC, what is it, the UC Navy or something, special defense section security type thing. All you gotta do is go steal something. First time you steal something, you get thrown in jail, and instead of being quote unquote processed, you get taken to like an interrogation chamber where you're told, look, we'll give you a choice. You can either go to jail and do your time, or you can go to work for us and infiltrate the Crimson Fleet. That's how that goes. No spoilers, right? The other way is to just progress the vanguards, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna progress the vanguard because I really don't feel like going and stealing anything. So let's do that. So we are here at the flight simulator place. So let's see. Do we want to go on one? I think we're gonna go on one. Hello, who are you?
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
All right. Let me get my controller here. Can you tell me about this exam?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC Science staff, right here in MAST. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced.
Nice.
And your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
All right, let me see. What kind of ship am I going to be flying in this simulation?
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside.
All right, let's just go ahead and go on in.
Just head in whenever you're ready.
Oh, I am ready, sir.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
All right, let's go.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
All right.
New targets active.
This also counts as towards our piloting skill, so
passed the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Okay, I want to record my score, so... Let's see, how do I...
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Okay, so we are going to record my score. Debug tools. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that means. All right. Continue current run. Your current passing score will be recorded, but all progress in the simulator will be lost. You know what? I think we need to continue the run. Yeah, let's continue the run. Let me double check something here. So... Oh, I can't go to my inventory or mission screen or anything. I don't believe. Nope, can't do that. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We are locked in. There we go, piloting. Yes. Yes, this helps. This helps with my piloting. Because this is a simulator.
Tier 5.
It's a little bit easier. Or a little less brutal. Because I can fail this and, you know.
New targets active.
It's not like I'm failing a huge mission or anything. Alright, who wants first dibs? Looks like it's gonna be you.
This is futile.
Gosh, they're relentless. I don't know where they're coming from. There they are.
Halting simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Shoot it. Guess not. Alright, I guess I died. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Looks like I'm gonna have to go hunt down some evil, vicious ships out there. But I can go back in. I can go back in and start it over, I think.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment.
Okay.
Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run.
I need to destroy more ships, so that's what I'm gonna do. I need to get to rank. I need to be able to use a Type B reactor ship. so I can have access to more powerful, bigger ships.
Welcome back. The goal of this examination remains the same. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is
Tier
disabled.
4 was
Defeat 3 tiers
brutality.
of opponents to complete the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Right here.
New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
Here we go.
All targets
Destroyed
eliminated.
15 ships.
Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Let's go. All right. Record your score by exiting the simulation. Optional? I mean, it doesn't seem that that's kind of the thing.
Shutting down.
What am I going to do? Stay in there forever? All right. Let's go. We need to make sure that we're on the right. Yeah, speak to Tuala. Oh, yes. Let's look at that piloting. Where is it? Piloting. Increased. Rank 3 available. Unlock the ability to pilot Class B ships. Okay, I have to get a skill point, I think. But that's done. Okay.
I have something for you when you have a moment. Remember our last conversation when you told me the artifacts made your mind and body feel out of sync. Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor.
Huh. You never mentioned your predecessor to me before.
Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back.
Oh, okay. We're gonna flirt. You're talking like that, and I might get jealous.
Well, there's no reason to be jealous. They were just, I don't know, different times. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
Let me see. Being paired with the boss must have been quite an honor.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I adopted her methods. You know, Aja and I logged quite a few interesting discoveries together. But it was the journey itself that I'll never forget.
Always the friends you make along the way. Let me see. Did you two discover anything I might have heard about?
We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report.
Well, I can relate to that.
Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone.
Let's see. I take it I'm the protege on this journey?
At this point, I'd say you've graduated from protege and moved up the ladder. A bit. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly.
Huh. Okay. Let me see. How do I want to ask? Sounds like you two might have been in love.
Well, I respected her, and I considered her a dear friend, but we weren't in love. Had that been true, I would have resigned my post and moved to Parima 2 instead of remaining at Constellation. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions.
Let me see. Well, I'll do the best I can to make our journeys just as pleasant.
Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you.
All right. Oh, yes, we get a flirt option. Well, I'd like to discover more about what we have right here.
I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done...
Oh, it's
the way my
always
life's
about the things that I've
unfolded,
done.
I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go.
Okay, fine. Be that way. I'll give you some time. Where are we,
Only those on official United Colonies
Look,
business.
I'm
have
allowed
access
to be
the
back
building.
here. I'm a junior Vanguard person.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
I wrapped up my piloting exam and they told me to come back here.
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
I'm ready.
Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, checked out a few of the murals. Good. A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then,
What are you
looking
talking
at your
about? I
results
do
as a
fly you
whole,
around.
Presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed?
Yep, I'm ready.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
All right, I'm gonna go swear an oath to the republic for which it stands. Oh. Thought we were going back there, but there's no back there, is there? Bye, Sarah. Wait, where'd he go? Whoa. Oh, I got this way. We're going out here. All right, we have to do it out here, I think.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond.
I'm not gonna raise
That
my
is where we
hand.
serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
Yes, I do.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Dude, psh, Tao said he's like my neighbor. Let's go.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Yeah, plus ultra. All right, where are we going? Updated grunt work. All right, is there something I can do for you?
Yeah?
Do you have anything interesting for me?
I thought you'd never ask. Here.
Sealant. Just what I wanted. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, all right. We need to go to where? Show on map. No, dang it. No, no, no. There. I guess we take the elevator down.
Yes? You needed something?
All right. Wait. Oh, we have to actually go way down there. All right.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you agree?
Okay, yeah, we gotta go to the spaceport. Bye, Sarah. Ugh. All right. Where are we going? Where are we going?
You're out there a lot, right? In space? Just do us all a favor and never turn into one of those space. You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Oh, we gotta go talk to this guy way over here. Fun, fun, fun.
She managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herath, pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there. My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out?
No, I'm all set, thanks.
Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
Alrighty, let's go.
Crew accounted for. We're ready to depart.
Alrighty, let's see here now.
Hi, Captain. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too, DSS, whatever your name is.
All right, let's see what's out there. Hello, Captain. Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
Alright, and we are going to Tau Ceti, which is not far from where my player base is. Bam. Really?
Glad to be a part of the team?
They always forget to power up the grab drive. Who is responsible for powering up the grab drive? Whose job is that? They're fired.
Nice job. We're right on target.
Pick up the hail. Now.
Everything looks good at my station, Captain.
Hey, you the courier. Smuggler says he passed you the package. Thing is, that was my package you stole. Which means you owe. Credits or your life. Your choice.
Huh. $10,000. I'm not paying that. Let me see. I'm not paying you any credits.
Just the answer I wanted to hear.
Me too. Imagine that.
Enemies Termin's shields are offline.
stupid ecliptic stilettos have much more maneuverability than I do.
Enemy's shield systems offline. Engine missile target.
All is well, Captain, all things considered.
Pain in the butt.
Captain on deck.
My cargo hold is full? Of what? Why is my cargo hold full? Make contact with the settlers on Tau City 2. Tau Gourmet Production Center. Gourmet? I don't remember this. Whatever. Let's go.
All is
Gourmet.
well, Captain, all things
What are they
considered.
gourmeting? What could you possibly manufacture that is a gourmet on Tau City 2?
Now this planet, an abandoned meat packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here.
Wow. All right, get in. I'll drive.
Where to?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out. You're kidding. Well, there's no stealing this ship.
An abandoned meat packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah, this is way too much mess. The plan. Let's see. We're standing in the middle of an unfinished masterpiece here. The UC military came in, put down some incredible machinery that then they barely used, and promptly left it to rot the moment the war ended. Now, 20 years later, we're here with an incredible opportunity. Updating this place is going to take some serious work. We're all going to be pulling double, triple, quadruple duty around here. So if you're going through a tough moment, please remember, everyone else probably is too. It also means that if you're in a place where you can lighten someone else's load, please do. Equally important are scheduled breaks. These are built into your workload. So if you're on a break, hour, day, week, you better sit your ass down and breathe. Take in the scenery. Think about something that's not work. If you've got a long spell, go back to New Atlantis and blow off some steam. Good ideas come from expected places, and remaking how food works in the settled systems is going to take a lot of good ideas. Also, of critical importance, survival training is not optional. It's just us on this planet. And while the UC is aware we're out here, every one of us needs to know how to survive out here on our own should the unthinkable happen. Finally, if you've ever got an issue of any kind, reach out to the relevant area owner. If you and said area owner can't come to an agreement, feel free to grab me, Code. Areas of ownership, general vision, blah, 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 blah. All right. Let me see. Tau Gourmet Vision Statement. Since the dawn of the Agrarian Revolution 10,000 plus years ago, hang on, I gotta mute my phone. Okay. Humanity has been trying to speed up the process of growing food and getting it onto plates, but that always comes at the cost of quality and led to horrific practices like industrial farming, which leads to corners cut and ultimately a worse product. And we all just accepted it. We live in a freeze-dried age, but we don't have to. Tau Gourmet is going to change that. We're going to make fresh food cheap and available everywhere. We're going to let our livestock and crops grow as nature intended and use smart automation to harvest and prepare them at the peak of freshness and deliver them with such speeds that our clients won't ever go back to using freeze-dried again. It's a big task, and accomplishing it is going to take focus, motive, innovation, and dedication. Are you up to the challenge of changing how the settled systems eats? Then let's get started. Cote Caudillo. Or is it Cote Cadillo? I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so mission statements, there's nothing there. Huh. I don't like anything about this. Oh, crap. Ah, crap. Definitely not, raiders. Well, Terramorph.
Find anything useful?
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Nope, nope, not liking this at all.
Either I got hit harder than I
I thought. Or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet.
Okay, I need to check something because I thought I could start that other quest before I started this. I really don't want to, if this is the start of the quest line, I really don't want to do this one next. Let me see. Because I think it is. Okay, so I actually have to finish this this mission. Okay, all right. Just double checking because they were saying that I could. There was like a branching quest line, and one led to the obviously the UC Vanguard faction quest, and the other one leads to the Crimson Fleet. I think I want to join the Crimson Fleet next, not the Vanguard, because this is, I'm not gonna lie, the UC Vanguard mission, the faction quest is phenomenal, and it's not one that I want to do early on. It's one that I kind of want to, you know, I feel like the UC Vanguard faction quests is one that's better done later in the game, if that makes any sense. And it will if you once I get to it. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and save real fast. Get rid of these auto saves. And overwrite that
But
one.
I have a feeling she has our best interests in mind.
All right. Look, I already know what's out here. It's a terror morph, all right? And these things are nasty, and they have killed everyone, but I have a really strong pistol. So I'm not really concerned. I just don't want to be overwhelmed by them. Get in here. Hurry up. Get your butt in here.
So what do we got here? It's too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? It'd make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll.
Actually, the Vanguard sent me. Though they failed to mention how bad things were.
Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
I can't believe that a terramorph did all this damage. I mean, I've heard the stories, but to see the decimation firsthand.
What kind of anomaly are we talking about here?
Terramorphs have a unique growth cycle. They're usually only found on worlds that have been long colonized by humanity. But Tao said he's too young to have one. Yet here it is. I came looking for an explanation and found all this.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to repeat that. They have a long cycle. Wait, I need to hear that again.
Theramorphs have a unique growth cycle.
Usually only found on worlds that have been long colonized by humanity. Long colonized.
But Tao said he's too young to have one. Yet here it is. I came looking for an explanation and found all this.
Long colonized. So wait, all the settlers are dead then?
I managed to scope out a fair bit of the facility before it found me. If there are any survivors of the attack, they're long gone.
Well, it sounds like you can use my help then.
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools.
Fabulous. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. My first assignment. Vanguard. Great. Here I was thinking, oh boy, I'm a ranger. I can go be a vanguard. All right, let's see. Oh, I came here to help the settler. What can you tell me about the security system? Find security outpost. You're not coming with me. All right, let's get the security system back online.
Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
That's a good one. Yes. All right, Sarah, you ready to go do this thing? Don't get your face eaten off. I guess she's not coming. Oh, he's coming. What? That is such a weird poster. Nope, I don't like it. What is this?
Error. System offline.
Great. Secure access. I think I was just up on the... Yeah, I was just up there. All right. Reset security connection.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating. But I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Oh, hello. I wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the Terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5. Tracker's reading green. And... What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you could avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the Terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
All right, Sarah, let's go. I need to restore the power to these things. Oh, crap.
It's a miracle.
Ah, it thought it was gonna get me. Yeah, what you think? Yeah. Yeah, take that. Terror what? Morph, huh?
You have anything valuable?
Quark degenerate tissues. Alright, well, that's done. Hey, yo, we got your sample. How do we get up there? It like killed everyone.
Tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or...
Wait. You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a Terramorph!
Yup. All taken care of.
Oh, yeah. Taken care of. No big deal. You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you?
I managed to get a finger or two.
All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
Do you need like a med kit or something? Don't you know first aid, Sarah? You know what would really be bad is if there was like another Terramorph that popped up.
Older model. All right, let's see what you can do. Running basic diagnostics? Nothing. Maybe a flax can? No. Spectrograph. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this Terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But Terramorphs, they're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, Terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population.
It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one.
Okay, so there's some serious implications here. And if I'm listening to this correctly, implication number one, terramorphs appear on planets, like almost without exception, every colonized planet in the system after about, what, 70 to 100 years? So, given enough time, Tau Ceti 2 would have naturally had a terramorph outbreak. Inexplicably. Now, the fact that a terramorph showed up after only 20 years of people being there is too soon. So that either means terramorphs are showing up faster, or
Focus, Hadrian.
someone got one and dropped it there to get rid of everyone in the colony, which is nasty to think about. Let me see. Terramorphs have taken down other colonies?
They have. They even took down an entire city once.
Right,
A place called
Londinian.
Londinian had to
We
be
saw that in
quarantined
the
due to a massive
little
outbreak during the colony war.
the museum tour.
It's the only known loss of that scale, but it's the reason why any change in our relationship with these creatures needs to be taken very seriously.
All right. How does no one know how terramorphs get onto human worlds?
Well, they're not exactly buying tickets and flying coach. The theory is that they're spread by some kind of egg or seed that's able to evade our detection. But how the hell an undetectable egg turns into a terramorph without anyone noticing is a question no one's ever found an answer to. And it's why what's happened here could be real bad news for the rest of human civilization.
Okay, well, sounds like something needs to be done quick.
You're right. We just need more information first. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? Yeah, I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit. Clear it with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name.
All right. I'll make sure my commander agrees.
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. A bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not exactly a bounty, but you certainly deserve them. Should cover the cost of fuel to Mars, at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
All right. Let's go. Where's my ship? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This place just screams Terramorph. Straight up. I guess this is Sanan's ship, so I can't really steal it. Too bad. Nice, though. Let's get back to headquarters. Alright, Commander Tuwala and set a course. We need to... Yeah, there we go. Dude, I absolutely hate that hat. Ugh. Alright, I'm back.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
Alright, I need your permission to deliver a Terramorph tissue sample to Mars.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the Terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
Okay, so funny story. You're gonna laugh, right? So we get there, and they're all dead. And there's some sort of researcher named Sanan there, and they needed like a tissue sample, Terramorphs, and you know, it's a really big, complicated thing.
You killed a Terramorph.
Yup.
On your first mission.
Yup.
If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit.
Yup.
Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it?
Nope.
Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one.
Yup.
But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering this sample?
I just told you. A researcher investigating the place. She gave me this gene tag to show you.
A researcher? Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War and was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
Xeno warfare doesn't sound good.
I'm sure she doesn't list it at the top of her resume. But considering her service record and her area of expertise, I'm not seeing a reason to think this request is anything other than genuine. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
As a matter of fact, let me see. She's afraid there could be more attacks like this one that wiped out the people of Tau Ceti.
She thinks there could be more of these? This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I'd suggest you move out.
All right, this is it. 2 missions simultaneously. All right, I am gonna take a quick break, so you guys can do the same. I'm gonna go hydrate, stretch my legs a little bit. You know the routine. So you can go grab a snack, grab a drink, make a phone call, compose that email, whatever it is you got to do, and I will BRB. All right, guys, I am back. All right, we are going to save. Let's see. Delete that autosave. And confirm. All righty. So, we've got two missions available. Mission 1 is for the UC Vanguard delivering devils. Ask about Percival. Right. Or we can start the other branch of the UC Vanguard, which will lead us right into the Crimson Fleet faction. And this is the one that I wanted to start next. I was a little unsure, but I feel like, knowing what I know, I want to save the Vanguard mission for much later. So we're going to start the deep cover one. Proceed to the UC Vigilance. All right, let's see now. Set a course. Going to be in the Sol system.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
Phobos. Oh, dude, I want that ship so bad.
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
All right.
And we're locked in.
All right, let's go.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Well, I'm here on official Vanguard business, so I'd prefer to speak to the commander.
All right. This way, please.
I do like that snazzy
You're the
outfit,
Vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City.
The same?
You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight.
Yeah.
I almost regret missing out on all the fun.
It almost took me an
Of
entire
course,
clip of bullets.
We don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
All right. Come along, Sarah. Are you just gonna stand there?
Hey. Wherever the Crimson Fleet go, we'll follow.
That sounds a bit obsessive. I love this bridge. Okay, now if I remember correctly, there should be a officer's uniform in here somewhere.
Pardon.
Sysdef crew uniform.
Temperature levels are bottoming out.
What?
Time to go?
I've got a UC Vanguard. They gave me everything, man. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, what?
Can we try and focus on the matter at hand, please?
That's a hell of a way to introduce yourself.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
Well, I'm here to do my part for the United Colonies. As a native of the UC, I feel it's my duty to serve and blah, blah, blah.
Excellent. Then let's get right to it, shall we? This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDev's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
All right. You're going to need more than one ship to eliminate the entire fleet.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Get me in a room with them and I can talk them into anything.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Wait, Aurora can't be taken off of the planet, can it?
That's classified. Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously holding it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
All right, sounds simple enough.
You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Oh, right, Toft. Oh, good lord. I don't really like her. All right, point the way and I'll get it done.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to get in over my head. We got this.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
This is where I can allow the Crimson Fleet to corrupt me and become one, or stay the course. I can stay the course.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway,
there's no amount of money, sex, drugs, rock and roll that will get me to betray the UC. I'm not listening to you. I want to go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck. Yes, you too. How will I reach you?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
All right, let's go.
Dismissed.
Bum. Are you ready? Hey, what's going on, Ellis? Welcome to the live stream.
Howdy.
All right, so I got my uniform.
Okay.
Oh, right. I need to talk to...
Hello.
Her. Gillian Toft.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
What if I can't find anything? I'm just gonna mess with her.
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
Okay, I think I understand. Basically, you want me to steal from thieves.
Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Thanks, Allison. Okay. If there's incriminating data out there, I will find it.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
All right, I'll bring you as much evidence as I can find.
That's all we're asking. Oh,
over and
before you
out.
go,
She's still going.
there's one more thing.
One more thing.
Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Great, you're turning me into a mercenary. Why would you be paying me credits during a military operation?
Well, that's just it. You're not career military, are you? And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies and other unexpected incidentals. So, if I were you, I'd stop asking questions and accept the compensation.
You know, she's a lot more friendly. Before, I got recruited into the SysDef because I accidentally stole something. So I think she treated me like I was a criminal. I think her attitude is a little better. I don't need payment to do what's right.
That's what I told Commander Akande, but he insisted. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
Yay! Also, welcome to the stream, Ellison. Thank you so much. You guys are all very awesome as well. So, now that the conversations here are over with, let's see if we... Oh, I can ask her some personal questions. You know what? I don't have any personal questions. I'll talk to her later. She'll open up more once we complete more of the mission. All right.
Yes.
So, I don't think there's anything else here that we can do. It's a notepad. There's nothing we can... Oh my gosh, I just bumped the coffee. Oh, good Lord. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm breaking everything. Goodbye.
Hello.
Sarah, get in the elevator. Why do you always stop right at the threshold of the thing? Makes no sense to me. All right, we can show ourselves out. Oh, wait.
Vanguard.
Wait a minute. Where is this? Docking ports? Where's the brick?
I don't know about you.
You don't know me.
No, I don't. But you're Vanguard, right? Not exactly one of us. Volunteer forces don't get the strictest background check. Who knows what kind of mischief you get up to in your spare time. But if Commander Akande says you're SysDef, then you are one of us. For now.
Are you a pilot?
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it.
Well, you can't be the best if I'm the best because I'm a space scoundrel.
On that we agree. I guess we'll have to test that theory out someday, hotshot.
All right. Laters.
Excuse me.
So, what is this? Docking port computer. What's up here? The brig, the cargo bay, storage. Unlock requires use of a computer.
Pardon.
So this is where I am gonna put all the Crimson Fleet. It's only a matter of time. Here's the interrogation room.
We'll keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in.
Yup, pirates. All the space pirates will come to fear me. Can't go out that way. Can't go in there. You know, I have to look this up now. I don't know if I ever did. Is it possible to own? Let me see. Let me pause this. Is it possible to own the Vigilance Starfield? Guide to fully utilize the UC Vigilance. Steal the UC Vigilance. No, I don't want to steal it. Let me see. Okay, so it's gigantic. It'll actually break the game, I think. There's codes and cheats you can use. But yeah, I think, let me see. No. I don't want to go to all that trouble. I thought maybe I could utilize it as a home base or something. I may be able to, but I'll figure that out later. All right, we're gonna go to the cockpit, get in, and we're gonna go.
Captain?
Docking seal released.
All right. So we have got some missions. And I got a skill point. All right, this is what I need. Piloting. Unlock the ability to pilot Class B ships. That's what I've been waiting on. Excellent. I would love to be able to pilot Class C ships, but chances are those are going to come very late game. So right now, let's see. How many credits do I have? Check my inventory. 190,000 credits. We need to take a trip to my we need to take a trip to my where are we? Is this Oh, this is Saul. Okay. This is Earth Place. See, just Cydonia. I'm not going to Mars yet. I need to go to Tau Ceti so that I can go to my player base.
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place.
Howdy. Okay, hello.
My personal space station has an answering machine, I guess.
Yes, what?
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Alrighty then. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, I need to put some stuff away. I really don't plan on using the UC Vanguard spacesuit, so I'm going to store it on one of the mannequins here. So we're gonna put it on this one. All right, and okay, and we need to. All right, how do I equip? All right, B to equip. All right, there we go, and very nice. I need to go into, let me see, where's the thing for editing my player home? There it is. All right. So, furniture, decorations, displays, mannequin. All right, missing resources. The heck you say? I know where all the resources are. Keep them in this box right here. Let me see. Yup, I know. I am
You're overloaded.
over
We should
encumbered.
stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
So let me do this. Modify tab. There we go. So you are going to be deleted. All right, and build tab. No. Why aren't your feet touching it? Cannot place item. The max amount of this item has been reached. You're kidding me. Okay, well, I know where there's another one. Although that one's kind of huge. Wish I could copy this one. You see variants, modified mode, It's very interesting that I can't use anymore. Oh well, it's fine. This one just be a little bit bigger, I guess. All right, so I mean it is bigger. Oh, it's not seated correctly. No, that's not what I want. No, stop it. Why do you have to be so complicated? Let me see. Move. There. Now your feet are planted on the ground correctly. Sort of. All right, spacesuits. We're gonna put the Ranger spacesuit on. And equip it. All right. And we are gonna put the helmets. All right. Done. Oh, look at that. That is snazzy. That is beautiful. Do I have it? Yes, I do have a Ranger pack. Beautiful. And just because I can, I'm gonna put the Deadeye on there. The Deadeye and the Justifier. Oh, I cannot store that. Peacekeeper? The Hitman Bridger? Nope, can't put that one on there. Hey, what's going on, LeBron? How you doing? Okay, I guess I can only put the one on there. All right. Very nice. Oh, I can put some here. Yes. Okay. So we're going to put the Justifier and the Hitman. Really? I'm going to put one on there? All right. You come to look at my collection, Sarah? Look at it. So, let me show you. This is my UC Vanguard spacesuit. Hey, look at, come here. See it? It's beautiful, isn't it? And this is the outfit I got for completing all of my faction quests with the, what were they called? The Rangers? The Freestar Rangers. Aren't you impressed? She's not impressed. All right, fine. Don't be impressed. Oh, I have more mannequins over here. Even better. All right, I need to put all my crap away. Resources. Let me see. Store all resources. Yes. Well, that's how that's done. Cargo hold. All right, let's see. I've got more stuff to put in the bedroom. Attention first, hallowed ground. Attention first, the time's come. Bonner Bonner survey. Details of the arrangement. Have I read this? I don't know. See, how many secret outposts of these do I need? Quest items cannot be removed. Why do I have 2 of them? Shaw Gang, welcome. Stolen sandwich. Deep Allah survey data, details of the arrangement, draft of reinforcement request. Okay. I can put a lot of data pads there. You know what? I could have put the, what can I put here? Let me see. I can put the Urban Eagle. And this is a helmet stand. Constellation, Deep Recon, Galvanized, Navigator. We're gonna put that one there. The room is messy. pay it no mind. These pants are literally welded to the floor because it's part of the, well, it's part of the thing. It's literally part of the texture pack. In fact, I think this hat, no, I can step over the hat. But, let me see. Miscellaneous, we're gonna put my friend Wilby and we'll put that there. Perfect. All right, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go to bed, and I'd really appreciate people not standing around watching me, so goodbye.
Had a good sleep?
I don't know where she went. Ah! She's smiling like she knows something. All right. I have other inventories that I need to drop off. So what do we have in here? So this is all clothing, I think. Oh, it's actually an assortment of stuff. Okay. Let's see. I can put this in there. You are officially tired of running the Spire of the Watcher. Oh my gosh. Oh, the first officer hat and uniform. Paxton's officer hat. Settler adventure hat. I'm keeping that one. UC gray utility jumpsuit. UC navy hat. Oh no, I'm not wearing that one. Oh, but I do like this uniform. Oh, it is sexy. All right, what else can I put in there? Any space suits, calibrated deep recon? That can go in there. Deep mining spacesuit can definitely go in there. All right. So I have lightened my load significantly. I need to put, let me see. I need to put my, let's see. Ranger, that's my deputy uniform. This is my actual ranger gear. There's my deputy hat. Do I not have an actual ranger hat? I guess I'll put my deputy hat on it and my aviators. Oh yeah. Okay. We are gonna continue our missions.
All systems looking good, boss. All green on release. We're free to fly. Captain on deck. Everything's 5 by 5, Captain.
All right. I am going to look up. I want another ship. Now, here's the thing about the Crimson Fleet. We're about to start the Crimson Fleet faction. I know we had to kind of go the long way around. It probably would have been easier to just punch a guard, go to jail, but then I think they would have treated me like a criminal, you know, like sort of like I'm doing it against my will, you know, that sort of a thing. So I detect way less hostility in this playthrough than I did the first time. You can get some really good ships from the Crimson Fleet, but it's later on. And I'm going to need some ships early. So let's see. Where to buy. Where to get good ships. And Starfield. Early. Yeah, let's not say early. Let's just say where to get good ships in Starfield. One of the best ships is like the Varun Hymn too, but I have to be in like Varun occupied space in order to get one. Let's see. The Razor Leaf. Nope. Oh my gosh, that's a class. That's a C-class reactor. These are all C-class reactors. The Galileo 3. The Shield Breaker. Okay. The ship technician on New Atlantis will sell this ship for 280,000 credits. Nope. 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 Let me see. I need a luxury ship, but I also need one that I can, you know, kick some butt. Yeah, one that can kick some serious butt. Okay, let's go back to my other one. Early game ships. Let's try that one. The Frontier is one I've got. Do you see Prison Shuttle? No. Stolen ships. Crimson Fleet Ghost. That is a very small ship. Transpo, the Longsword. The Daimos Shipyard. Okay, that's where I need to go. Let's go there. That is a good place to go. All right, the Daimos Shipyard is in the Sol system. So let's go back over here. The Nova Galactic Shipyard. Daimos. Yeah, I think this is it.
Smooth jump. Nice whack. Always a pleasure, Captain.
And there it is, the Daimos Star Yard.
Deimos Star Yard acknowledging civilian vessel. Our sales department is open. Please dock if you want to do business.
Glad to be a part of the team.
Doo-doo-doo. Daimos? I call it Deimos. Whatever. You know what? I'm the paying customer. I'm always right. I could call you Dumos, and it would be correct.
Hello, Captain.
This is a big thing. Hope I don't crash into it.
Everything looks good at my station, Captain.
That's the terrible thing about having a ship's complement is they're all going to be talking in your ear while you're
Let's
piloting.
cycle that airlock and get aboard.
When humanity finally left the cradle of Earth behind, the United Colonies was...
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to contract with them to this day.
Exactly my thoughts.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
Welcome to Deimos.
Sales computer. All right, delivery opportunities, resource listings. Oh, wow. That's interesting. No, I'm looking to buy. Where's a sales rep at?
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true piece of history. No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's not even close.
You're a customer. I'm not sure you're supposed to be back there.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars.
All right. I've grown up to so many stories of Deimos. It's a real honor to be here.
Deimos is the pride of the UC, and it is my privilege to welcome you. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
All right, let's see what you got.
Certainly.
Okay, so this is the one, the longsword. It's actually pretty inexpensive, but I'm thinking, ooh. All right, this one looks really nice. It's got good lasers, missiles. The hoplite is a little small. Wait, what did the... Oh, a 19 light year jump? No. 30 light year jump. 4 crew. The lasers are nothing to write home about. And then there's this one. The Aegis. 5 crew. Oh. Man, I may need to sell something. Yeah, I'm going to sell the UC Rambler, I think. Have to register it before I can sell it. Okay. This one fits all of my basic needs. 5 crew, good reactor, excellent all the way around. It's got a light scythe, missile launcher, horizon defense, smaller, scorch pulse laser. Yes. All right.
Of course.
Okay. This is now my home ship.
When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
Sure I will.
This is the heart.
But you've only got like 4 ships in your inventory, dude. Marshmallow treats! Are you supposed to be sitting there? You're a customer. Well, I mean, I guess you're waiting.
You should be honored to step foot in here.
All right. Let's do this. Let's take a tour of the new home ship. Okay, so that's the Star Yard, and we are going down. We've got storage. We've got more storage. Oh, look at this. Oh, the crew quarters.
Hi, Captain. Good to see you.
Trying to get my bearings here. Okay, this is the side of the ship. This is the other side of the ship. Got a science station here. Very nice. The lighting could be a little better. But you know what? It's fine. Where's the bunks at? Did I miss those? Oh wait, no, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where's the 5th one? I guess the captain just sleeps in the chair, right? Three, 4, and
Ready for action, Captain.
all right, let's do this. I can actually decorate it. Nice.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
All right. Proceed to Cydonia. Okay, burden of proof is going to stay active pretty much during this whole thing.
I might complain about landing here, but I have to admit, there is a sort of hidden beauty to the Martian landscape.
All right. You need a better spacesuit.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
The Lux condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass.
No poop.
It's depressing.
Get the ladder out of my way.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Well, I'm here to sell, but I'm looking for you.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
Well, I'm looking to sell a shipment of Aurora.
Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news. Why don't you take your shipment and try somewhere else?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
Well, guess people that told me you were the best were wrong.
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
All right. I'll bite. 1,000 credits. Does that work?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Easy 1,000 credits, huh? Great. Now we gotta go talk to somebody else.
Enroll them in a United Colonies distance learning program today. Your children will be provided with routine programs teaching them.
Sometimes it feels like the UC forgets we're out here. But there'd be no UC if it hadn't been for Mars.
Put your children on the right path to success and enroll today.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
What?
There's nothing like seeing old souls.
Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew?
I never said that.
No worries. Plenty of work left to do in the solar system. Give me a shout if anything changes.
Okay, and you are? Oh wait, never mind.
Mars is ripe with resources, which means there's always gonna be plenty of work.
Dude, there's so many out of work space people here.
The old fool ended up drinking himself under the table. Woke up
Oh,
a few
he's
hours
up
later.
there. Adler Camp, I presume.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Cersei Bowden said you could help me move some of this. Wait. Yes.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
You're with the Crimson Fleet, right?
Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into lockup? Look, I don't know what that big-mouth Saoirse told you, but I keep who I run with a secret in public. And I suggest you do the same. Now, do you want my help moving your product, or not?
Fine, no problem.
Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that?
Oh, gosh.
Now listen up, 'cause I'm not
Sarah's not gonna like him.
I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
All right, fine, I'll get it done.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
All right. Look, Sarah, you're not gonna like the mission that I'm about to do. Hey, come back here, I'm talking to you.
Yes?
Look, we're gonna have to part for a bit because I need to go undercover and you stick out like a sore thumb and you're constantly getting in the conversation.
Okay, but I have to say, I don't like being left behind.
Alright, well, bye. I'll come find you when my mission's over. She's gone. Alright.
Why are you still here? Get my money from Carl or get out of my face.
Dude, if you ever talk to me like that again.
Stay clear of the range during live fire exercises.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
Glad I'm training out here and not somewhere like on the surface of Titan.
Ba-da-bum bum ba-da-bum bum bum. Ba-da-bum bum ba-da-bum bum bum.
The military life may be tough, but damn it, I'm gonna make my family proud.
Could you not mumble behind
Civilians
me?
like you should keep to the city interior and not interfere with our training.
We'll be ready in case there's ever another colony war.
Man, why is it when you're walking along, just total strangers just start yakking at you?
Literally called the Narcissus.
Glad there ain't no wars, but we
I
still need to be
definitely
prepared.
think it's a vanity purchase.
Sidonia's not so bad.
If they actually
Honest
wanted
work,
to explore
good
the
pay.
galaxy,
I can't
they would have
complain.
gotten a discovery. Just buzzing through or here to Seriously, what do they even
If
need
you
a
know
ship
anyone in need of
There's
food
so
or
many
shelter,
other-
It's
please
sort of like,
send them my way. The Sanctum Universum will provide.
I don't know, it sort of makes me feel crazy, you know, everyone talking all at the same time. Oh, great. What we got here? Carl Fielding.
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to collect the credits you owe to Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
All right. Well, I'll go back and tell Adler you said that.
Adler. Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
Okay. I don't think Adler's gonna be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Fine. Promise to stop borrowing from Adler and I'll pay the debt for you.
Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Okay. I can't go around roughing people up because, you know, I'm undercover. I mean, I am in deep cover, but I still don't have... I can't just, like, you know, start pummeling people. I have to... They will find out. UC or the people I work for will straight up find out. When I get debriefed, I will get yelled at horribly for doing bad things. I want to see if I can do this run without incurring the wrath of my superiors. What a hat!
It's still remarkable to me that we started on another planet.
We've come a long way as a species.
Things can get pretty glum around here. If you ever need a little joy, go talk to that Renee kid. She's always trying to make you.
Have something for me?
Yeah, it's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
Oh, he got the message, all right. He got the message so well, he's never gonna borrow money from anyone again.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
You think they can handle me?
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa.
Now
You'll
we're
find
talking.
her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
All right. I'm pretty sure the UC would not appreciate me spending that money. Mission updated.
Been in the
Rook
Vanguard
meets
a long
King.
time. The faces change, but bad guys are still bad guys, you know.
All right, so let's see. Mission update. LeBron, no more class item grind in Destiny 2. Did you get your class item then, I suppose? Or I assume? All right, Rook meets Queen. Rendezvous with the Estrella at Europa. All right. Let's do this.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
That's what I'm here for.
We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet.
Legasp, not the Crimson Fleet.
I have planned for you.
Oh, I'm so
There's a medical supply
impressed.
ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
All right. All right. Sure. Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
All right. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Let's go.
Moldavsky, pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble.
I do have some bad news for you. You have a crewman on board I'm looking for.
All right. And what are your intentions with this crewman?
The fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. All right, you can dock. We will talk then.
And I'm just gonna fly by? Wow.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Airlock integrity looks good.
All right, Sarah wants to talk to me, I see.
What do you want with us?
Are you having like some sort of PTSD flashback? Why do you look so distressed? Stop it.
What can I help you with?
You said you wanted to talk. Sarah? Sarah. Sarah Morgan. You mentioned you had something to talk to me about? Are we gonna talk?
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now.
What is your
problem? I received a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about.
Okay. I hope it isn't bad news.
Not at all. It's just a list of requests, but when you read between the lines, it's obvious my absence is causing issues.
So you feel like you're ignoring your responsibilities?
Something like that. It's difficult to explain. Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department.
All right. Must have been painful considering that was your department.
Yeah, I suppose painful is an appropriate way to put it. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending, and money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge, so the blame obviously fell on my shoulders.
Okay. Well, I think it's ridiculous to accept all of the blame.
Oh, like hell I can't. You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say. I failed because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil. If I had fought harder, I'm convinced our division may have had a chance to prove its value.
Nah, it's bullcrap. No one would have pushed harder.
That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know.
So this message... Okay, let's just calm her down.
No, damn it. For
Oh,
once,
dang,
I'm
she
going
doesn't
to say
like
what's
that.
on my mind instead of pretending that everything's okay. Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism. It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare.
Rule number 1, never tell anyone to calm down.
That
only makes them more angry.
But all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced.
Okay, so you're afraid that your absence will cause Constellation to collapse.
Yes, exactly. If it's obvious to you, imagine how obvious it is to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry I pushed so hard.
No. Oh, I'm the one that should be apologizing. You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn.
Well, I'll always be here for you, Sarah.
Look, it's clear that you have feelings for me. It's just, I've never had time for this sort of thing in my life. Please, it's not you, it's me. I'm just not ready to get that close. I can't. Not now. But thank you for being there and listening.
Friend zoned? Probably not. I don't think I've ruined it. I could have, but I don't think I did. You know what? I need to check. I need to check because I don't think I ever pursued, I don't think I ever pursued Sarah romantically. Romance Sarah Morgan. I think it was one of the other characters. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. That's right. They always have yeah, they'll always have a quest. So let's see. Do I have the quest for her? It would be a miscellaneous. Let me see.
I'm listening.
Oh, maybe I didn't start it. Okay.
Sure, go ahead. I'll be here. Bye.
Oh, maybe I wasn't able to start it. So it's a quest called In Memoriam. Okay, let me ask her to rejoin me here.
Something you need?
Ready to head back out.
Always. Point the way and we'll be off.
Okay. And now.
Can I help? Not at all. Exploration is my entire... That being said, I will make... Before I graduate...
Okay, yeah, you're in a rock band.
Ironic
I know all this,
and before
Sarah.
you are, the band never...
Okay.
I hope you got something out of that. Talk to you later.
All right, let's see. Do I have the quest now? Mission, activity. Those are done. All right. All right, how to start the immemorial quest. Okay, I just have to reach maximum affinity with her. So, in other words, stop making her angry. That's all I have to do. Chances are she may have given me that when we were talking outside of the Vanguard. But she didn't, because our affinity wasn't high enough. But she did name drop her previous mentor. All right, we're going to go our separate ways again because I got to go do shady stuff.
But I'm willing to wait a while.
And you dislike almost everything. So, like, oh no, you spilled your coffee. Sarah disliked that. It's like, you did this thing. Sarah disliked that. Hey, where are we? What's down there?
Supplies to New Homestead. We don't have anything valuable.
Yeah, what is it?
She is like in complete and total distress.
The people of New Homestead need these supplies.
Why are you spouting that?
Yeah.
Please, just let us go.
I really don't understand. She is freaking out.
We're taking supplies to New Homestead. We don't have anything valuable.
You have any idea what she's talking about? Okay. All right. Right, I gotta go. I'm on a mission here. Good Lord. They all look like they got shanks.
Of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
All right. I don't know who's listening over comms. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Look, the fleet wants Rake dead, but I want to resolve this without violence.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
No. No, deliver him to Sistef. If the fleet find out about this deal, we're both exposed.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
All right. Fair enough.
People of New Homestead need these supplies.
Look, if you don't stop freaking out, I'm gonna have to let you go.
You've got something for me?
No, I don't. I'm gotta go talk to that evil person that you're not gonna like.
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Great.
Blown out their grav drive. Their shield system is damaged.
Eliminate that target.
You took out the jump drive. Enemy's grav drive disabled.
Their shield generator's damaged.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Austin Rake is dead, but the Ragana survived.
Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Right, I'm a space scoundrel. Why send a person? I'd rather have you come after me.
Be careful what you wish for. You screw up bad enough, and I just might. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can.
Oh, right, the key. Great. All right. Time to report my findings.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Regatta. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Yeah, you had a friend on that ship? Good, because I spared everyone there. Just doing my job. No need to thank me. If you do need to thank me, though, you can contact the Freestar Rangers. Tell them I did a great job.
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
At ease, soldier. We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Well, I'm just, glad he surrendered. I didn't want to kill anyone, innocent or otherwise.
That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
Wow. They hired space pirates basically to attack other space pirates. I just blew them out of the sky. Wow. It was a clever way to ensure Neva's trust, dude. Nice going.
Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet?
Oh, I am in like a bean in a bean pod.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Well then, what do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
All right. Well, everything seems to be going according to plan.
Yes. You pass your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or but she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
I was told to meet with Neva at the Key. Wait, there we go. I got coordinates to the Crimson Fleet base.
Excellent. If you're heading to the Key, I assume you'll be meeting Delgado soon.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
All right.
Things are progressing rather quickly. I'm sure the commander is pleased. We don't have a full map of the fleet's roster. The members change too quickly.
All right. You see, you mentioned the Vigilance is upgrading its shielding? Wait, let's keep going. Why is it called the Crick system?
The system was originally called Alpha Ophiuchi, until a flag was planted there by Jasper Crix, the founder of the Crimson Fleet. Since it was crucial that space travelers avoided that system, navigators marked it as Crix on star maps as a warning. They could have just as easily labeled it Crimson Fleet, so I'm guessing the pirates themselves were responsible for spreading their leader's name. Over the years, people forgot the system's original designation and started calling it the Crix system. It's been that way ever since.
All right, and you mentioned upgrading the shields.
That's right. It's something we've requested a while ago, in preparation for a future conflict with the fleet. Once we finalize everything and run a few tests, we'll have the defenses needed for a jump to the Crix system when the time comes.
All right. Why aren't you holding prisoners aboard the Vigilance when you could send them directly to prison?
2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight.
All right. Feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
All right. Well, I mean... if something's on your mind, it will make you feel better to get it out into the open.
Yeah. Maybe. No, it's not really an appropriate time to be going over my private life. There are much more important things to be done. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay?
All right. Peace!
Good luck on the Key.
All right, let's go.
Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties.
Oh, wait. Where is the brig? It's this way, right? The brig, the brig, the brig. I'm assuming our boy is in here.
Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
Did we not put him in the brig? For sure. Oh, there you are. Hey, Austin, how's it going?
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted Sys-Def to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that.
I'll ask you again later when I have time. I've got to go after the Crimson Fleet now, but shh. Don't tell anybody I told you that. It's kind of a secret.
We'll keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in. Welcome to the brig. As a member of Sys-Def, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Okay. I have no diseases.
Keep the floors and your nose clean, and you can stay as long as you like.
Wait, what you got in here? Anything good? Man, you guys got nothing. All right, so we are going to the key, where we are going to officially take our first steps into the Crimson Fleet. Faction. So let's see now. I need to look the part. You know what? I kind of look the part. All right. Rook meets King. Travel to the key. Let's go.
Switching over to standard engines.
The key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
All right. Let's do this.
You said the tank was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new Rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long?
Yes, I robbed from the body before they got rid of it. Extrovert.
Maybe for you. I'd rather shove a shotgun up my nose than remember the face of every low-life rook who passes through this station. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson.
Oh.
Pencils ready?
God.
Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Let's see. I bet it really pisses the UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
Nice. So the prison was called the Lock, and the star station was called the Key. It figures the Crimson
Now,
Fleet would be a bunch of
you've got everything the
ex-cons.
fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it.
Or escaped cons.
Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the Key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
See
On the
anything
right,
you like?
You've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, they planted a bomb on his chest, so the accountant can never, I guess, rat them out, tell their secrets, disclose all that vital information. That is the most clever security measure I have ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
I'm, willing to bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
You got some cyberpunk stuff going on here.
All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
All right, time to make those credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
All right. Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Cool, cool.
Listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and
All right, so these are the doors that they were working on when we came in. Very nice, I think. These the doors? Or are those the doors? Whatever. It's hard to find my way around this place.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.
Delgado. In the flesh.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
All right, I won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal, or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
I'm gonna say it. I hope that doesn't include fleet before breakfast because I like to sleep late.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
All right. Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC SysDef.
Sounds like we'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
All right. Okay. That
Need
is...
to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
That is a snazzy looking outfit. All right, I am officially in the Crimson Fleet. I have now been elevated from, what is it? How do I get in here? Is there a door? There's gotta be a door. Ah, here it is. You see, this looks like a good spot. Can I sit here? No. Can I sit here? No. Guess I can't sit anywhere. All right, we'll do it like this. All right. There, Crimson Fleet logo behind me. Okay, guys, I am now officially a member of the Crimson Fleet. We are starting on that faction quest line. It's a branch off from the UC Vanguard. So I started that one. There was 2 ways to do it. You start the UC Vanguard, you do the first quest, which starts its own official faction quest line, but then he gives you another mission. So you got 2 missions. You can either continue with Vanguard or you can join the UC Navy in their SysDef. I decided to join that one because the Crimson Fleet storyline, I feel like it's really, really good, and this is like the perfect time to do it. The other one is a really fantastic quest line. I feel like the UC Vanguard, personally, and this is a big stretch here, could have actually been the main storyline of the entire game because it's really, really good. The main storyline is also good, but it's, you know, it goes off into the whole artifact thing, and you'll see. Point is, the Vanguard one is just really, really, really good. So I'm gonna save that one for later. And for now, if anyone has if anyone's played the game and you know any of the spoilers, try to keep those out of the comments because that would really help us out. We're doing a replay here, and I'm gonna try to not feed too many spoilers to anyone as best as I can. Anyway, so there we have it. When we come back, we're going to continue on this quest line, and it's actually pretty exciting. So look forward to it. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this stream, and we've got another one coming in about an hour. I'm going to start stream number 2. We're going to do the after midnight stream, so come back and join us for some Destiny 2 gameplay, little casual level grinding to try to get things wrapped up before the start of the next reset on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to have a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be doing I think we're getting a new reset on Overwatch 2. We got some new stuff happening there, and I think on Wednesday we're going to have some new content and a new update for Warframe. So great stuff is going to be happening this next week. So this weekend we're going to try to wrap up a bunch of stuff. But I missed my stream of Starfield earlier in the week because I had some bad insomnia, and so we only ended up doing 1 stream that night. So this is it. We're making up for it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. If you are not coming back for the second stream, then let me just say thank you all for all the subs, the likes, the watches. The channel is really taking off, and it's all thanks to you guys. You are all very awesome. So let's do the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Keep being awesome. I will see you all in the next live stream. Bye.